Hey, what's up, guys? Kool-Aid here, and today we are going to be starting our Advanced Infiltration series. Now, since this is the first episode, I do kind of want to break it down and tell you guys what exactly is going to be going on in this series. First of all, there is going to be no limit to how many episodes or how many videos this series is going to have in it. This is just kind of be an ongoing thing as I think of stuff and as I get footage that I want to talk about. I'll do another video for this. There's really no timetable or anything like that. Just kind of, I'm going to do it as it comes to me and as I think of good content for you guys. Also, do not let the name fool you for this series. It's called Advanced Infiltration, not because you're going to have to be a superhuman infiltrator, super awesome player to kind of get anything from this or do this stuff that we're going to talk about. What we're going to be doing is just kind of breaking stuff down, each section of infiltration or, different parts of infiltration and, going over it more in detail and actually trying to learn how to do some of the stuff. So hopefully this will help new players to the Infiltrator class or new players to the game as well as veterans to the Infiltrator class. That's what we're really trying to get out of this video. Just cover everything a little more in detail, a little more in depth. So today's episode, for the first episode, we are going to be covering engaging your enemy, picking the best fight, and just basically overall approaching your enemy and making sure that you're going to be turning the battle in your favor before you even fire that first shot. As most of you may know, infiltrators have less health, so we're probably the worst toe-to-toe class. However, by utilizing our infiltrator tools such as recon detect device and cloaking, we are easily the best class out there for picking what fights we want, and that's what we are going to try to cover in this first episode of the series. So what I'm going to do is actually start this video over, and we're going to break down sections of this, because this actually has a lot of good examples of what we're going to talk about. The first thing we're going to do, and we're going to pause it right here, is actually there's an enemy sunder by this ammo tower. You can see it right on the minimap. Shoot a dart over there because I want to know exactly where anybody spawning from the sunder is going to be coming from, or if they're going to be chasing me from behind. You can actually see them on my screen now at this point, but one thing we do not want to do, and I'm going to pause it again, we do not want to start engaging the enemy from this distance. That is bad news with any weapon, let alone a submachine gun. And I'm going to cut to another clip real fast, and we'll bounce right back. But this is just to show what typically happens when you start firing at this range. It really does no good for you. All you're going to do is kind of piss the enemy off and alert them to your presence, and it never ends well. So going back to this previous clip, one other thing I want to point out here is I actually pre-fire a dart into this building. That's just so I can see the blips as soon as possible. I probably wouldn't suggest doing that unless you have a really high rank of recon detect device. You don't want to waste them precious darts or them precious seconds that your detect device is going to give you. Now again, I'm chasing this guy and I do not open fire. I'm going to pause it again here for 1 second so I can point out that I do not actually cloak again, even though I have come out of my cloak. I just don't want to alert him to my presence, and of course now he's going to stop, and that's where we'll get our kill. We want to be able to make sure we are in range of our weapon before we start opening fire. That's the whole key to this. Just put ourselves in the best situation. Now I fire another dart there, and that alerts me to 2 blips on the map, as you can see right there. So instead of trying to take these guys head on, I simply crouch, cloak, and let them pass me. Now I have the advantage. Now one thing I want to point out is I try shooting these guys, this guy running up the stairs, and I don't kill him. What I do not want to do is follow him up them same set of stairs. That's what he's going to be expecting. So I go up the other set of stairs and get an easy kill on him, and then I finish the second guy off who had no idea that I just killed his buddy. So far we have 3 easy kills, all from behind, really no contest whatsoever. I'm going to place a couple betties down here. Not going to talk about those in this video at all, but then we're going to come up to this window just to see where our next enemies are going to be approaching from. Now typically that's a little bit out of SMG range, or where I like to fire my SMG, but since I have the cover of this building and I'm peeking out a window, no problem there at all. We finish that guy off pretty easy. We see another guy sitting there, might as well take him out, easy target. And now we're up to 5 pretty much easy uncontested kills, and that's what we're really trying to get out of this video. So anyways, there's kind of a little bit of a lull in the action. I have my detect device going this whole time. I know there's a few guys out on A. I'm trying to wait for a little bit of help, or for, I do want to switch this point back, but you know, there's not a lot a single infiltrator can do. This is not going to be a good situation for me. I know that, but I have to do something regardless. And when I get out here, I do see that there's a max, and that really puts a crimp in the situation. The other two guys are actually, you know, almost sitting ducks. I take out the one, but I have to bail right away because I do not want that max seeing me. Now this next guy I fire at, I thought for sure saw me. I thought he was going to be running right at me, but he completely missed me altogether. I don't know if he was playing on low settings or what, but you know, I did open up fire there, fired a couple rounds, and I got lucky because he didn't actually hear that. I get hit with an EMP grenade in here. Nothing I can really do about that. Luckily, this guy wasn't the best of aim, didn't hit me at all, so I'm still good to go. Still got 100% health. Let my shields regenerate here. Now this is where I make a mistake, and this is what we're really talking about. I end up firing at this guy, thinking I can get the kill before he runs in here. I don't. I end up chasing him into a room with two other enemies. Now they know exactly where I am. They see me cloak. I get stuck behind this pole here, and that's good night for me. So anyways, what we're trying to get out of this video is just to show that picking your targets is one of the most important things as an infiltrator, or actually how you engage your targets. We're not the best toe-to-toe class. We have 100 less health. We don't have the best overall selection of weapons, anything like that. But we are the best at actually picking our fights. And if you pick your fights well, you should have good success as an infiltrator. Now, you're not always going to be able to do this. There's always going to be circumstances where we get caught off guard, where somebody sees through our cloak. Happens all the time. You know, maybe you run out of cloak, whatever. But for the most part, you should be able to use your cloak, your recon detect device, to basically sneak up behind enemies, engage them how you want to engage them, and hopefully this video will help you guys do that. So anyways, that is all I have. If you have any suggestions for upcoming advanced infiltration tips or advanced infiltration guide, let me know. I'm always looking for advice on better videos to do or more videos to do. But anyways, guys, that is all I have. As always, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.